Hi everyone. In our previous session, we have covered income tax calculator, right? To know which is better regime between the new and old regimes. So if you're still looking for the access of that particular file, it is provided in the description of the video. You can go and request for the access and I'll be giving you the access. Coming to today's session, so people must be wondering, like, we have Google Translate available, but what if we get the data in Excel format in a different language? For example, like this, I have some data. This is some foreign language. We cannot read this, right? So if we want to know which language is this, every time I have to copy, go to Google, and then paste it over here, right? It will say this is the Turkish language and this is the translate one. Yeah, but every time if I do, this is time taking for me. It's not that user friendly, right? Like if I have 100 lines, I have to do 100 times. In Excel also we have some by default option. If you see this, it will automatically translate for the given data. But if you're selecting a whole list, it will just give it in the normal raw format. It won't be like formatted and all. If you copy this and then paste it again, you have to do the formatting and all again. So instead of doing this, what options we have? So one option which I suggest is using the formula called translate. So here we enter this formula called translate. We have three fields over here. The first one is text, which is nothing but this particular text. And these two are optional fields. So source language and target language. So first let's update the data which we know. We know this is Turkish language, so we're updating that. Okay. And we need the output in English. So let's update English as well and see how it behaves. So if I give both source language and uh, target language, it is giving me this particular output, which is correct for me. But for example, if I don't know this, if I don't know the source language, by seeing this, I cannot guess it, right? So I can leave it blank. What will happen if I leave it blank? This particular tool will automatically detect the language and it will give as an input. So we don't have to go to online and search which language is that. It will automatically detect and it will give you the output. So let's see, leave it blank and target language I'm giving. I'm getting the same output because even though if it I leave it blank, it will still detect the language. So let's see the next option. For example, I don't know the source language and I'm not ready to give the target language as well. In that case, what it will pick? If I don't give the target language, it will pick the by default language of this particular PC. So if in my computer, the by default language is English. So automatically it will go with English. In your computer, if you have some foreign language as a by default language, it will automatically pick that system language. So even if you leave it blank, you will still get the output. So if you see this, whenever I load the formula for a moment, it will show busy because it has to go to online, search for it, right? So it depends on your network speed, the output will come. If your network is like offline, you won't get the output. Make sure you're connected to the internet while using this particular formula. Okay. And the next option we are going to explore is, for example, translate. Source language, I'm leaving it blank. I want two outputs. I don't want single output. I want two outputs. For example, one in English. Okay. And the second one may be French. So if you see English first line and the second line French, it automatically give you the output in multiple languages. For example, if you want more languages to be added, let's say Latin. Okay, there's no language called Latin. Let's see the shortcuts. So it's not suggesting the shortcuts when we are giving multiple languages. So okay, maybe some Afrikaans. Let's change it to AF. See, how many ever languages I want, I can easily get it using this particular single formula. Okay, and If you want to copy this formula to multiple cells, just copy and drag it across. So you will get it for all the lines. There are possibilities that it might not be 100% accurate in few cases. For example, this entity and the responsibility, it might not look 100% accurate, but you will get mostly like what is available in the Google based on this particular data. So I hope this is helpful. Thank you.